Good morning, everybody. Tugboat here. I've replaced the ignition switch on here. I've got a few issues that's been a pain here lately on this 2008 HHR. I think they're all about the same. I couldn't get it cranked. It would not crank. The battery just the starter sounded really weak. But having this trouble on my SS at one time, I found out it was the ignition switch, so I changed the ignition switch in it. Actually, I rebuilt the ignition. I bought a new one. It didn't get here, so I took it apart and rebuilt the ignition switch. It's fairly simple. Just watch for all the springs and everything. I cleaned everything up inside of it that was kind of corroded, put it all back there to put it in, and it worked great. So ignition switches can be rebuilt if you can get them apart. That's the trick with repairing anything nowadays. But on this one, it's pretty daggum simple, which you just the ignition switch on an HHR is right here. It's a tiny little thing. I mean, it's no bigger than 2 by 2 by 2, and you take out this screw. The back screw back here is really tough to find, but I used a small ratchet, a little small ratchet and a socket, and found it and did it. There's one plug on the bottom of here. It comes out. This links it to a shaft going to the other side, so it's not like a typical ignition switch. Real simple to do. So I did that, put the new one in. Didn't do any good. Ended up having to replace the starter, which again, they have a hidden bolt on top of it. I replaced the starter. It's running good. But my problem is this daggum blinker right here. The blinker, when you go to put it down, won't stay. It just pops up. No matter how hard you do it, it pops up. The right side works good. The left side pops up. There's none. I got it loose right now. I'm just going to show you how to take it out if you've never taken one out. I took it out, and I'm going to put it back now. So what you do to take it out, it's fairly simple. Right here on top, there's a pin. There's a hole here. You can do it either way. You can go in this way or you go this way. You push this clip down. I'm doing this to speed up how to do this part of it. There's plenty of videos on it. And then on the bottom here, there's another one right here. You push that up. Once you push that up, it'll pull out. But there's a clip right here. This daggum thing here is a pain in the butt. I just kind of wedged it up here. You pull this clip out here. This one will pop out. And then this one over here, this white one, you actually push it down. And when you push it down, you push it out. And that makes this come out a lot easier. So once you do the clip on the top and the clip on the bottom, and then you pop these two wires off, this will come out. It just pulls out. So it's a one piece section, which is pretty simple. So I'm gonna put this on pause and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So this looks pretty simple. You can't get this thing off, so just try to wedge it up, tape it up, whatever you got to do. There's 4 Phillips head screwdrivers. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these little works. I was at a customer's house, and he had one of these, and he was working with it. It's pretty cool. You just pull this back. It's got different bits in it. You put it on the bit that you want. You push it and it comes out the end. I leave one of them empty, that way I can put an extension on or a special bit. I've had this probably 7 years now, and I think I've charged it 4 times in those 7 years. But this is really cool. I bought it online. Really nice little small tool. Pretty tough too. So anyway, I guess we're gonna do, I'm gonna take these screws out. Also, if anybody ever watch any of my videos, you'll see that I use this stuff that you put underneath a carpet. That way, if you drop a screw, it hits it. It usually will bounce, but it'll stay within here somewhere. So let me go ahead and get this taken apart. Now, I don't know if there's any springs or anything in here. So I'm going to hold my finger on top of it. Like I said, when I turn left, it will not. There's something broke inside or misaligned or a spring or compression or something. I usually have a little I use a small frisbee. I glued a magnet in one of them. Some of them you don't want magnetized, but I just glued a magnet in the bottom of this, and that holds everything there. Now I'm not sure what we're going to see in here. Those 4 screws come out. Lift it up really, really slow. My finger holding everything down. Okay. Nothing in here. You got to be careful doing some of this stuff. Now, this looks like just a band spring, and so does this one. And I'm taking it this to be the lock part, which that spring there looks really weak. So basically this is it. This all comes apart too, but I'm not going to try to take this apart. But this just looks like it pops right out, which I've got it apart, so I'm going to take it apart. Nothing here but a sleeve. This little piece pops over. That looks like it's in pretty good shape. The spring looks like it's in good shape. So I'm going to put that back, make sure that's correct. I'll lay that right there. Now this piece here, guess I should have put a rubber band on that or something. This piece, I'm not sure if the lights help or not with this. Okay, I've put the light on here so we can get a little better light. Everything I've done up to this point has been pretty self-explanatory. I pulled the top cap off. This was underneath it. Pulled this off. This is in here now. So I don't see anything that's really broke. Okay, this comes up. Now see what it is. There's a little wheel back here that looks like it pops into places. So let's pull this out. Oop, there it is. There's a little piece of debris in there. You can't see that. Got that out. And there's some wires hooked up to these plugs, so don't pull on this real hard. There's a spring here, but it hooks in here and here, so you don't have to worry about any of that. And then it looks like a pin that goes down in the bottom down there, one in the middle there, and then there's another one here that hooks to this to turn it, and all that's got to go together. So let's see. I got that piece of debris out of there. Try not to move anything, I'm guessing, so you don't realign anything here. Okay, gotta get this, make it look real difficult. Gotta make sure that goes in there. Oh, let's see, this isn't there. I'm not sure why it's not going back in there, but we're gonna find out here. But all it was on this one was a little bit of debris. These Blinker aren't expensive. I mean, they can run, I've seen them on eBay from $15 or whatever, coming from China. I don't think it really matters where you get it. For some reason, this is really difficult going in there. there's only 3 pins on the bottom. I don't know if it's a compression on that spring that's doing it. You just got to be real careful. And I can't see because the light's in my eyes. Okay, that one's there. Everything's plastic. It's not like when I was growing up, everything was metal and designed to break, so you designed to fix. I don't think you're supposed to be able to fix these. Yours may go in easier, may not go in easier. Oh, there it went, somehow. Okay, that's all good. Put this piece back in here like. I'm gonna put this back on there. I don't want that coming apart. I know I'm getting out of the camera's range here. I'm making this look really difficult, but it gives you kind of the idea of what is going on here. Maybe. Oh. Okay, that goes in there, and then this piece goes on top of here. Snap. Up. Also, when I put this blinker to the right, to go right, it will not turn off when I turn my steering to the right. It won't turn off. And then I have to manually turn it down, which I usually forget for about 20 miles until it starts beeping the hell out of me. And then the left blinker will not stay down. So here's what I'm wanting to watch. There it is. It's working. Right, up. Left down, stays down. Up. Okay. So now, put all my screws back in there. I'm going to go ahead and pause this because you know how to screw. If you can take all this apart, you ought to know how to screw by now. If you're not, go ask your grandpa. I'm going to pause this while I screw these in. Okay, I've screwed all this back together now, so I got to figure out which way to do this. I'm going to have to put my phone down, but I'm going to plug. I think I'm going to put this mechanism in there already because it's kind of, I'm going to do this maybe a couple of different ways, but it's hard to get this in there with those clips on there. And the steering wheels on these HHR don't go up, they don't go down. I don't know why they call them tilt steering. We called tilt steering in old GMs that work crazy. We call those headrooms. But hold on just a second. Let me, okay, it's got one little, okay, whoop. I was going to show you, but it did it itself. Once you get, there's a little piece that catches right here. And what happens, catches right here. It's a little piece on the tab. You'd never put it in with these switches. So I was trying to do it in slow, but it went ahead and pushed right in. It pushes right in. Again, you got a pin on the bottom and a pin on the top. And you got this daggum sleeve right here that gets in the way. And this one goes up here, clips on the top. And this one, switch hands here. Clips are, got a clip here, push this clip, take that out, pull this clip up, take that one out. Push here, push on the top, it comes out. Now you might be able to take all this off. I did, and it's got 3 screws. I think they're number 7 stars on the bottom, or bolts on the bottom to take out the bottom out there. Okay, I had to pause that for a second to go get my keys, and we're gonna try this out. Going ready to crank it, but the air conditioner, I set a thermometer up yesterday on three towels to keep the radiant heat from the concrete hitting it, and it was 122 degrees, and I did yard work all day, so it was hot. Right blinker is on, which worked. The left blinker is on, and it stays down, and it works. Turn. I can hear it clicking to turn off, but if it don't turn off, that's okay. It might be just because I'm sitting here not driving it. I'm sure I can take it apart and figure that out, but it might be because it's held up. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't really care, but I do have a left blinker that I don't have to hold on anymore. So before I'd have to go left, I would have to physically hold this blinker down until I got in a turn lane, and then I would turn it off, because I do believe in blinkers. So anyway, folks, you can replace these. Push pin here. There's a little slot right here. You push in here. There's one directly on the other side. I would pull this little black clip with a small screwdriver, or you can do it with your finger if you can do it. Pull that up. I'll put the screwdriver on this blue, and I'll push it when I pull that up. This one, there's a little white one right here. You push that one in. This black one up, this one in. Take the wires out of here, and then flip this, push this, pull straight out. 4 screws on the top. There's nothing that can really pop out of this, so don't worry about any springs or anything like that popping in or out. Just take it out, look for any debris. Mine had a little piece in there. It looked like a little piece of rubber from wherever that came from. I have no idea. That might be the piece that makes it turn off. I don't care if it turns off automatically. I can physically do that after I make my turn. It's just holding this on, which works. Okay, guys, tugboat out. Any questions, leave them. Anything else, I'll let you know. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.